President Chartrand, thanks for being with us. So what are you looking for in this week's court proceedings?
Well, this is, again, thank you, Dennis, for having me on the show. And I think one is important to recognize here what's at stake. We're talking about a $250 million lawsuit of the clawbacks that originated with this province in 2006. They began to claw back and start taking the money away from the children's special allowance, which is equivalent to the child allowance you get from parents get. But this is a substantial amount of money. We're talking potentially $530 to $800 a child, Dennis, a month. And they've really been making the children pay for their services. And we want to put an end to that in Manitoba. That clawback is I think, unfitting for anybody in this country to make the children pay for their services after you apprehend them.
Well, can you tell us about what you'd want to see change in the law that was passed by the province of Manitoba? Well,
firstly, the province actually have been getting ready. I think this court case, they knew we were coming. We echoed that loud and clear to First Nation agencies and the Métis agencies that we were going to try to put a stop to this clawback because taking that money away from kids had to come to an end. They can say openly in media that they're not clawing back, which they are, Dennis. What they do is actually we get the money from child special allowance comes to our agencies, but they take that percentage off when they fund us on an annual basis. So that's a clawback. They're taking the money away. Now, they put, of course, people should notice, what they did is actually they put in place a single window envelope. So they're trying to get around that again from a legal context to argue that they're not clawing back and that this is a new formula, structured formula for that. So that, I think, is being flushed out. But the worst, they put legislation now. And Pallister's government, of course, was very keen on trying to put a prevention for us to sue the government, that we don't have a right times of lapse, and there's a new legislation passed by the government that we can't sue them for all the wrongs they've done. So they know they're doing wrong. They're trying everything right now in advance of the court case to try to protect themselves.
This has brought together all of the different Indigenous agencies out there. Why is it important to come together against this law?
Well, you know what, Dennis, let's look at it this way. We take children, and sometimes because the situation that's in place, then we take these children and they become full custody of our child welfare agencies. Then the federal government sets aside the special children's allowance money for them. Instead of saving that for them, putting it away, planning the future, getting ready one day when they become adults and they have to go on their own, that we could give them a head start in life. That's taken away from them. We, in fact, at the Métis agency, started our own program, Dennis. We have a registered education program for our children, but it's all federally funded directly with Canada. So we have that in place now. It's a new program. But this child allowance, special child allowance money, it's like taxing children, Dennis. It's like telling a 6-year-old or a 2-year-old or a 1-year-old they're gonna start paying taxes, because that's exactly what this province is doing by forcing them to pay for services, yet they're the ones apprehending them.
President Chartrand, an important case happening for sure this week. We'll have to leave it there, but appreciate you taking some time for us.
Thank you very much, Dennis. And I cross my fingers we'll be successful for the children, and the children could get the benefits that was robbed from them. So I wish them the best.